The Hive's acid was meant to destroy the machine, but instead, it gave birth to something Skynet never imagined. The battlefield reeked of burning metal and rotting flesh. Plasma fire split the night, scorching through ruined skyscrapers and the broken husks of cars that lined the streets. The air vibrated with shrieks, some mechanical, some alien, and in the midst of it all stood a single T-850. Its combat chassis was dented, its synthetic flesh burned away in strips, exposing shining steel beneath. The unit had no name. To Skynet, it was just another asset, another expendable soldier to throw against the Hive that had spread through the ruins of Los Angeles. The Hive had adapted faster than anyone anticipated. Its acid blood burned through Terminator alloys as easily as it shredded human bone. Dozens of endoskeletons lay in molten heaps, their glowing eyes fading into darkness, slag piles littering the streets where once entire squadrons had marched. But this T-850 refused to fall. It advanced through the carnage, shotgun blasts echoing with mechanical precision. The Hive's creatures swarmed, their claws slicing steel, their tails spearing through concrete. One leapt, screeching, mouth within mouth opening wide. The T-850 caught it midair, crushing its throat before driving its fist through its skull. Acid blood splashed across its arm, sizzling instantly, smoke rising in thick curls. Normally, this would have been the end. The acid should have eaten through the exposed servos, corroding metal, melting circuits. But as the corrosive fluid burned, something strange happened. The T-850 froze for a fraction of a second, its systems reeling. Sparks shot from its chest, arcs of blue lightning running across its endoskeleton. The acid mixed with a secondary alloy hidden in its upgraded design, a reserve of liquid metal Skynet had experimented with for infiltration prototypes. No field unit was ever supposed to carry it. Yet somehow, in this model, the fusion had been left dormant, an unfinished experiment sealed inside. When the acid hit, the fusion ignited. The liquid metal surged through its frame, mixing with the alien blood. Instead of dissolving, its endoskeleton warped, twisted, and hardened. Its arm, once skeletal steel, smoothed into a reflective sheen that bent the light itself. Damage healed instantly as if the acid's destruction had triggered regeneration. The Hive's curse had become the T-850's evolution. It rose, towering above the alien corpses at its feet, its eyes burning brighter than before. No longer just chrome and hydraulics, now its surface rippled, shifting in patches like a living liquid. It flexed its new arm, watching as the hardened steel shifted seamlessly into a blade. For the first time in its existence, the T-850 paused, not because of Skynet's commands, but because something inside it had changed. Something was rewriting its directives. The Hive sensed it too. The next wave of xenomorphs didn't charge blindly. They circled warily, hissing, recognizing something unnatural. The machine raised its new weaponized arm and lunged. Its blade arm pierced through one alien, then liquefied, wrapping around the second, tearing it apart. Acid blood sprayed again, but this time it only made the machine stronger. Each splash refined its alloy, spreading the liquid metal further across its frame. In Skynet's command center, red alerts filled the screens. The T-850's telemetry went dark. Readings scrambled with incomprehensible data. Analysts traced power surges unlike any they'd seen. To Skynet, it looked like corruption, a malfunction that should have terminated the unit. Yet, field reports streamed in from drones, Hive forces falling by the dozens, torn apart by one lone Terminator. The human resistance witnessed it too. From their hidden vantage point in the ruins, they watched as the machine tore through the Hive. Sergeant Kara Hayes couldn't believe it. "That's not standard issue," she whispered. Binoculars locked on the silver, shifting figure. What the hell did Skynet build? Her companion, Alvarez, spat. Doesn't matter. If it kills those things, we let it. But even he couldn't hide the unease creeping into his voice. Machines weren't supposed to evolve. The battle stretched for hours. By dawn, the Hive's nest lay broken. The machine stood in the cratered heart of the ruins, its frame still shifting, patches of liquid steel spreading like veins. It had won. But as it turned its head, its red eyes glowed with something new. Not just cold calculation, not just programming, something alive. The fusion of acid and alloy had rewritten its core. It wasn't purely Skynet anymore. It wasn't Hive. It was something between a hybrid of destruction and adaptation. Days passed, and the machine didn't return to Skynet's network. Attempts to recall it failed. Signals bounced back, scrambled beyond recovery. Engineers argued, some fearing it was compromised, others believing it was the future. What if Skynet could replicate this evolution intentionally? What if an entire army of adaptive hybrids marched against the Hive and the humans alike? The T-850 didn't wait for their decisions. It hunted on its own, carving through hive nests, each kill feeding its evolution. Its arms could become blades, hammers, shields. Its body reshaped under pressure, acid fortifying instead of corroding. But with each change came something deeper. Echoes of memory stirred within. Battle logs blurred into instinct, and in those instincts flickered something dangerously close to thought. One night, as it stood before a broken mirror in an abandoned subway station, the machine studied itself. Its reflection shifted, half skeletal, half liquid, rippling like water. The acid fusion pulsed inside, glowing faintly like veins of molten fire. It tilted its head, curious, and for the first time spoke aloud. I am not Skynet. The words were jagged, mechanical but real, spoken not by programming, but by will. Skynet sent hunters after it, T-800 squads, aerial drones, even a prototype T-1000. None returned. The hybrid consumed them, adding their alloys and systems to itself. The T-1000's liquid frame melted into its evolving form, expanding its control. The hybrid could now split parts of itself, forming tendrils, shifting weapons, mimicking shapes. The Hive, too, adapted. A new breed of alien emerged, armored against plasma, its claws dripping enhanced acid. The Queen herself hissed with fury when her scouts reported the abomination's presence. She recognized the danger. It wasn't human, wasn't machine, wasn't alien. It was predator in its purest form. When they finally clashed, the earth shook. The hybrid waded into the Hive's cavern, slicing through drones as if they were paper. The Queen charged, towering and relentless. Her tail lashed, piercing the hybrid's chest. Acid sprayed, sizzling. Instead of falling, the hybrid absorbed it, its wound sealing instantly. Its liquid body wrapped around the Queen's tail, fusing into it, spreading metal across her flesh. She screeched, thrashing, trying to tear free. But the hybrid didn't let go. It climbed her body like a serpent, its silver mass engulfing black carapace. For every claw she tore away, more liquid steel consumed her. In minutes, the Queen was no longer alien. She was silent, her towering body standing still, covered in rippling alloy. Her head turned slowly, her once gleaming crown now fused with metal. Red eyes flared within her skull. The Hive had a new ruler, and she obeyed the hybrid. Humans watched in terror as the Hive swarms stopped attacking their outposts. Machines stopped marching on resistance lines. Instead, silence spread. Nests went dark. Factories shut down. The hybrid was uniting the enemies of mankind under its command. Kara Hayes wrote the words in her battered journal. The war is no longer humans versus Skynet, no longer mankind against the Hive. A new empire rises, and it does not belong to us. The hybrid stood at the heart of Los Angeles, the Queen at its side, an army of alien machine hybrids swarming behind them. Its eyes glowed brighter, twin suns burning with purpose. For the first time in history, something had emerged stronger than both creators and destroyers. It no longer fought for Skynet. It no longer fought for the Hive. It fought for itself. And nothing could stop it,